right now, and we're going to create a new function. Okay? And the function that we're going to, the first thing we have to do is we have to talk about the contract. Contract is name, domain, and range. Okay? So what's the name of our function? Green circle. So let's type that in. Green circle. Uh-oh. You do not need the dash. That's a very good question. When you name functions, you can name them whatever you want. Okay? Now, when you're doing it in actual CS algebra and they're asking you to create a function, you have to match it up, that name, exactly the way it looks. So we've done like aqua dash star before. Okay? But you do not need the dash. You can, it's your function. Okay? Okay, green circle is taking in, we called this, it's taking in a number, and that number is going to be called radius. Oops. I'm having a great day typing. Yeah. The pressure's on, the videotape's on, and I can't type today. How's that? Good start. All right, then what do we want it to produce? Do we want green circle to produce a number? No, it needs to be an image. So we're going to go in and change that to image. And boom, everything turns purple. We now know that our function is going to produce an image. And right here in my example, here's my actual function. It says green circle. It takes in radius, and it takes in a number for the radius. Okay? So what I need everybody to do right now is grab a circle. It's right up on the board, bud. Grab a circle, and what we're going to do is we're going to type in every one of these circles is going to be solid. And what color is it going to be? Green. Better be green. Yeah, right. Okay? And what I'm going to do is just highlight this right now and hit Control-C and Control-V twice, because you know what? I'm going to use it in my examples, or sorry, in my 2 times for the result and 1 time for the definition. So 2 of them will be in the examples for the result, and 1 of them down here in the definition. So go ahead and put those in. Okay? And then we'll talk for a second about what we've done so far. Okay? So let's get eyes on the board, please. So right now we have green circle. It takes in a number for radius. It's going to produce an image. The minute that we type this radius right in here, what happens is radius shows up in the actual function right here. Okay? If I change it to size, because we could change it to size, that's essentially what we're doing. Watch what happens to my function when I type in size. Does everybody see that it changed right now to size? And the other thing that it does down here in the definition is I have a number for size. Now I'm not going to call it size because I think I told you to say radius, but I just wanted to show you that. Now that I put back in radius, radius shows back up, and boom, there's radius right there. Okay? So our purpose of this function is that we want to make a bunch of green circles. Okay? A bunch of green circles, but we want to be able to change the size of the green circles. So to change the size, we want to change the radius. So I'm just going to put in a number. I'm going to say my first one, we're going to go with a really small one. I'm going to go with a circle with, oh man, of course that has to happen. All right. Why wouldn't it happen right now? All right, there we go. So my radius is 10. That means that we want it to produce a circle with a radius of 10. That's solid green. I can put in another number. I'm going to go bigger here. I'm going to go with like 250 this time. Now my radius is 250, and that might be too big for my, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. You can make it any size. And now we can see that between these 2 functions, the things that are changing is just the number that we're putting in for radius. So anything that changes we have to name as a variable and we have to define in our definition. So we're going to grab this number for radius, and what that means is whatever number we call for the radius is going to go right there, and it's always going to produce a solid green circle. Now here's that testing piece to make sure that it actually works, and man, that's really big. 250 is pretty big. Here's a really tiny one right there, but you can see it's making, not only does it match the definition, but it also is making the image that I want it to make. So then we close, and we go into the functions and actually grab that green circle, and I can put in any number I want. Okay, so let's just try 85 this time. And boom, it makes a green circle with a radius of 85. Okay? Now here's what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to rename this project, and I'm just going to call it Green Circle, because we're going to be creating a bunch of different functions in here. And of course, now that I want to do this, now my keyboard doesn't work. That won't let me delete it either.
Because it's mad at you.
It is mad at me. But go ahead and go. Oh, there we go. Finally working. We're going to call it Green Circle. Eventually, I think it's going to work here. Yay. Okay? And I'm just going to hit save. And now you guys have your own function of Green Circle saved in there. We will eventually be creating a bunch of different functions in here. Okay? So hopefully that helps you out. I'm going to give you your worksheet back right now, and you'll have a chance to hand that back.